For the last 2 months, we've been road tripping around Alaska. We've been having such a good time. Our trip started up in Fairbanks, and then we went down the Parks Highway to Anchorage. And from Anchorage, we traveled down the Kenai Peninsula to Homer, explored so much, made our way back to Anchorage, and now we're currently in Palmer. And over the next 2 days, we're gonna be driving 250 miles from Palmer to Valdez, Alaska. And we're so excited. It's a bit of a drive, so we have some fun stops along the way.
When we were coming to Alaska, we were warned about a bunch of different road construction going on, but since we've been here, we've actually only seen 3 or 4 different areas with road construction and nothing that has held us up too much. I just thought about that because we went through road construction and we were like, huh, yeah, we actually have not seen that much at all since being here. We made a stop off at Matanuska Glacier Lookout. This glacier behind me is actually 27 miles long by 4 miles wide, and it is the largest glacier in the United States that is accessible by car, but unfortunately that comes with a very hefty price tag, so we've decided to just check it out from here.
We could have just stopped at the lookout and gotten great views of the glacier from there, but 5 minutes on the road is the Lionshead Trail. It's a 2.1 mile hard trail, and at the top, we should get even better views of the glacier and the mountains surrounding it.
Just a couple minutes into this trail, we have already come across some different berries. So we found some raspberries and we already picked some and tried them, and they're really, really good. And then we saw some lingonberries, or we're pretty sure that's what they are, but those ones are a little bit harder to distinguish from poisonous ones that we don't want to, eat and then realize that they're poisonous after the fact. So if we do see a lot more raspberries on this trail, we might need to go get a Tupperware and collect some because they're so good.
All right, it's safe to say we should be hiking, and we're still picking berries. We emptied our dry bag we had in the bag, and we filled it up with berries. So we're probably gonna pick more on our way back down, but we are losing sun here, so we're gonna make our way up. That's the trail. Going that way.
It's super sunny, which is actually really nice because it hasn't been sunny the last couple days. But for point of reference of where we are, we came from down there. Our car's parked all the way down there. We got to the top and we're like, okay, cool, we're almost there. And then we're actually going up there. So I think we have about 500 feet left to go, and we're gonna keep going because we picked berries for a while and we just don't want to lose daylight. We made it to the top of the Lionshead Trail, and the views of Matanuska Glacier are absolutely stunning. The hike up here was a little bit interesting. It was super muddy and pretty steep, so I will say that if you are going to come up here, just be prepared because it's muddy, steep, super overgrown, but totally worth it with these beautiful views.
When you hike up here, you can see the Talkeetnas on one side, sorry for the bad lighting, and then the Chugach Mountains here, which is so cool to see the glacier as well as 2 different mountain ranges. 3 things, 1 hike, definitely recommend it. When we first got to Alaska, it was July 1st. We went up to Fairbanks first, and we were experiencing the midnight sun, the summer solstice, and all that has to come with it. And so the sun was setting around like 12:50 a.m. And then as we continue to move through Alaska, the sun has been setting earlier and earlier and earlier. And now in August, or the middle of August, the sun is setting in this area at 9:50 something p.m. And that sounds really late, but to us, since we're used to it being later, it's actually setting very early for us. So with that said, we're gonna find a campsite for the night and make probably the most interesting dinner we have ever made. Look at those potholes.
We made it to our spot for the night and it's super beautiful. We can't wait to show you in the morning since it's a little bit dark right now. But we're getting ready to make dinner and we are making chili, but not just any chili, we're making bear chili. I don't think it gets any more Alaskan than that. My cousin lives in the area and he gave us some bear to try and he's like, here, just make something with it. It's gonna be really good. And I'm a little bit nervous. I don't know how it's gonna taste, but apparently it's really good. It's a normal thing to eat here, so we're just gonna make chili the same way I would make chili with turkey or beef or chicken or anything else, and we're gonna make it with bear instead. If you've never wet a paper towel before while cutting onions and put it on the side of the cutting board, apparently the onions like to go to the nearest water source. So instead of your eyes, it goes to the paper towels. And it doesn't always work amazing, but it definitely helps a lot.
This is the package it comes in. I guess it's Italian sausage flavor. Pretty sure that should be pretty good in chili, but it's not for sale. Some Indian Valley meats. Not something you can buy anywhere, we tried. So thankfully he gifted it to us. Got the bear here, opened it up. That's what it looks like. Nothing crazy, it looks like ground beef, it smells pretty good. We actually took the peppers and onions out of here, put them in the pot, because you want to make sure they cook this thoroughly. You want to cook it to 160 for at least 3 minutes to kill trichinosis, which is what bears carry typically. So let's cook it. Here's the bear. This is what it looks like inside. You can kind of see all the fat. I'm pretty sure that's what it is. That's how red it is. But it honestly just looks like really red beef.
Alright, we have our vegetables, we have our bear. Now we're going to add our beans and our sauce. We have our chili all ready to go. We put some Greek yogurt on it as sour cream and then some cheese on top. We decided to try it at the same time because neither one of us wanted to decide who was going to go first. So, you ready?
It looks delicious actually.
It does.
Looks just like normal chili.
It looks good. It smells good.
Pretty excited to try it. I'm pretty sure we definitely cooked it long enough.
100%. We might have even overcooked it.
So I got a little bit of sour cream, a little bit of cheese. Yeah, how big is your spoon? Oh, it's pretty big.
Cheers.
Oh, here we go. So the cheese melts pretty good. Chili looks good. Let's do it.
Okay, double cheers.
So truthfully, I really think that the chili tastes like normal chili. The bear has a little bit different of a texture. But honestly, I don't think chili can get, as Ashley said earlier, any more Alaskan than this.
Yeah, it's really good. I do think that the bear tastes a little bit like, I don't want to say chewy. Chewy is not the right word, but the texture is just a little bit different than beef. And then the flavor that it was actually packaged as is Italian sausage, so you definitely taste that a little bit in the chili. But overall, it's really good. I was nervous and now I'm like, man, that's actually pretty good.
The bear chili is really good and the bear tastes better than we thought it was going to, so we're really happy about that. So we're going to enjoy it. We're so happy to have found this spot because camping in Alaska is not quite what we thought it was going to be. We were thinking remote boondocking spots where not many people, but we spent a lot of our nights in parking lots. But we do have a long drive today, so we need to get going.
We are blessed today with another beautiful sunny day. It feels like since being in Alaska that we've had about 2 good days for every 10 not as nice rainy days, so we're definitely soaking it in and enjoying it and the beautiful drive. Today we have about a 2-hour drive towards Valdez, and on the way we have a couple stops that we're gonna make. This morning after we left our spot and we were driving on the Glen Highway, it got really flat and the mountains kind of seemed to disappear off into the distance. And now that we're on the Richardson Highway, the mountains are back and they're big and so beautiful. Just a typical drive through Alaska. That is a glacier, just hanging out in the mountain.
As we continue to get closer to Valdez, we've been seeing more and more glaciers, but this one over here caught our eye. This is Worthington Glacier, and we were hoping to stop off and be able to see better views and get closer to it, but a lot of the trails are closed due to the rockfall. The one that is open is super short and doesn't give you that much better of a view, so we're gonna continue on. We stopped off at Thompson Pass, which is a 2,600 foot mountain pass going through the Chugach Mountains, and it's considered the snowiest place in Alaska with an average of 500 inches of snow every year. In 1952, there was a record snowfall of 974.1 inches of snow, which is the most snow that's ever been recorded in one season in one place in Alaska. And year-round, it's used by outdoor recreationists. During the winter, there are ski slopes that snowboarders and skiers use, and then during the summer, a lot of people come and hike and pick berries as well. There are some trails on all trails, but a lot of the reviews say there's no real path, so we're kind of just making our own while we're exploring here. While we're technically in the Valdez area already, we couldn't go without showing the beautiful Bridal Falls. This waterfall cascades hundreds of feet down into the low river, and in the winter, it's a towering column of ice. And one day, hopefully, we're able to see it then because we absolutely love waterfalls, and they're really cool in the winter. We spent all last winter chasing waterfalls, as crazy as that sounds. But we're gonna be making our way into Valdez, where we're gonna be filming our next video, and we're just so excited to spend some time there.